Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be actually trying to fit another rattlesnake. This is a rattlesnake that I want to focus on pure passive regen. I want to see if I can find the most amount of regen I could possibly get on a rattlesnake, because since that new update came out where they buffed the large shield extenders, I made a really big buffer rattlesnake, like 599k EHP, and I was also exploring other even bigger buffer rattlesnakes that you could, with overheated hardeners, get to like 1 million EHP. But that was buffer. That was like absolute HP. Now I'm going to try to find the most amount of HP per second you can get. So we're going to try fitting up a rattlesnake in the program called Pithum or Pytha, and I'm going to be then seeing if we can get enough regen to even potentially use a rattlesnake for Triglavian hunting with like a passive style, because usually in Triglavian hunting I prefer ships with active style tank because like just you get more HP per second, but I think we might be able to make do with actually a passive tank if the buff is as impactful as I think it will be. So we'll get down to business. Just going to exit the game here because cluster shut down in a few minutes. Okay, so we'll get the rattlesnake in right here. 40 HP per second off the bat. A little bit large shield extender. Republic fleet large shield extenders. We're also going to put some weapons. I think I'll put torpedo launchers in here. Torpedo launchers, not rapid ones. It would be nice to be able to use rapid torpedo launchers or even Excel torpedo launchers on the rattlesnake, but unfortunately we don't have that luxury, so we're going to have to make do with Tech 2 torpedo launchers. Okay, now we will put them Purger 2 rigs because I like using the Extender 2 rigs because they give you a big fat buffer, good and high sec where you want to have a big buffer to survive ganks. But these are really great because they give you a lot of like HP per second, a lot more than extenders. So we'll go here, large shield extender. Just do like the full mid slots right here. Then we'll do shield power relay. Let's see how much we get. Shield power relay. Caldari Navy shield power relay. Okay, we get 2k HP per second. I'm wondering how much do we get if we could put like a damage control? Is it better? We can see now 2.18. Oh, it's better to put the shield power relay right there. Get more HP per second. The capacity is not so good though, 4 gigajoules only per second. So Multispectrum Shield Hardener right here, and this should be able to provide some really big bonuses to our HP per second since it's like really good resist we will get from this. So let's just put them A-type, 3.3k. Let's put another Pithum A-type. 4.7k, wow. What if we put another one? 5.3k. Okay, I think that's a little bit overkill right there. And also with the capacity, it's good to not rely too much on the multi-spectrums because if you get neutered out, you'd prefer to have like a you'd want to rather have more of these HP per second, like consistent HP per second. Like say if we're fighting against the Triglavians, if you get neutered out, then it will be not a good time if you get your multi-spectrums are removed. So we could have more HP per second with the third one, but I think it'll be better to just have two. Could even have one. I think two is really nice to have right there. But actually, you know, maybe we could just have one because I think it might be still a little too overkill. Extender, Republic Fleet Large Shield Extender. We have 3.367. High grade Nirvana. High grade Nirvana. Because the thing is, the shield power relays, they nerf our capacitor so much. So then we have very little capacitor stability right there. High grade Nirvana. Oof. Okay, HP per second, wow. It might be better to just go with a damage control here, to be honest. Because it'll give us more capacitor stability and more inherent resists. Okay, I mean 5.3k versus 5.1k. I think it might be better just to go with the shield power relay right here. I wonder how much we would have without anything at all. 3.34k. Is it possible? Because I'm just thinking like in terms of newts, you know, newts. Thermal shield amp. Pithum A-type thermal shield amp. 3.4k, okay. It's just better to go with the multispectrum. Multispectrum shield hardener. Pithum A-type. Yeah. Let's just see how much we get with the dual Pithum A-types. 7.4, wow. Maybe we could just remove some of these and put some damage modules. C3-X. I'm just thinking like if we were fighting Triglavians, we would want to have some form of DPS. That'll be good to have. And also a grappler. But we could have potentially like the max we could get would be something like let's just see how much would be the max we could get. Put this and then put like we're not even cap stable right here. This doesn't look so good right now. But we could put something like this. Triple Pithum A-type, 8.26k HP per second. Wow. Let's go with the Republic Fleet Shield Extender. So I want to have like 4k EHP. I think 4k EHP, that'll be a good baseline for the surviving Triglavians. 6.11. I just want to remove as much shield power relays as possible so that we have a more capacitor. We could put a Grappler, because Grappler is important for application. Grappler. Okay, we've got this much right here. C3-X. Guri Hivaa Saitsuo. No, this fifth. I think actually a second C3-X is better. Just to like get more capacitor. Oh, capacitor is still not stable. Damage control, maybe? Maybe we could get a power diagnostic system, because power diagnostic systems do give us increase in our HP per second. They give us more shield HP and give us capacitor as well. So, oh, it's actually as powerful as a damage control right there. Let's see now. What about this one right here? Ah, it's not as good. It's better to have a shield power relay. Okay. Let's see now. Just 2.92 damage control. Oh, it's even better to have the power diagnostic system, actually. We'll go with the Caldari Navy. They tend to be a bit better. No, 2.95. Okay. So we've got almost 3k HP per second with the heavy stasis grappler right here. Cap stability is a bit iffy. Let's see now. If we go shield operation 005, shield management 005, we get some extra HP like that. What if we put another power diagnostic system? We have more capacitor stability and a lot more HP per second. Ooh. Oh, this looks interesting right here. We could also put Nosferatu. I forget about Nosferatu. We can put a heavy Nosferatu. Dark blood. Heavy Nosferatu. Heavy Nosferatu? Get more HP, more capacitor. Okay, that's good to have that. Let's see if we can go with the Caldari Navy. Okay, 4.4k. So I think that looks good right there. It would be nice to just get by with the dual C3-X's. But I think the diagnostic system right here is quite good to have. Let's see, how much HP per second do we have if we have another one right here? 5k HP per second, okay. How much HP per second do we have? 1.88 without the hardeners on. I'm just thinking if we get neutered out. Diagnostic. Caldari Navy power diagnostic. Okay. This is the thing that I'm a bit worried about, is that we are so reliant on the multispectrums. So if these somehow turn off, we are in big trouble. We're in very big trouble. Could we maybe do a large shield extender here? 30.22. And then we are a little bit more powerful without it, but to be honest, I think the multispectrum over here is good. Oh. This or this to have the dual multispectrums right here, or the dual C3-X's, because this will give us really good damage bonuses. Let's see now, 3.2 or 3.8, and we're relying a lot on our Nosferatu as well. The Grappler uses a bit of capacitor too. Damage control was as good as the power diagnostic system. I'm just curious now, how much gives us more buffer? We get a lot more buffer with the damage control. So you can think of the diagnostic system a bit of like an intermediate in terms of HP per second. It gives less HP per second than the Caldari Navy, but gives more HP per second than damage control, and gives a bit like more buffer than a Caldari Navy shield power relay, but less buffer than a damage control. I'm just looking at the buffer up here. Let them over here. 400k HP per second. 3.26. This is just what I'm worried about. We get popped like this and just like, oh no, we've only got 1.2k HP per second. No. It just feels good to have some little extra capacitor. Oh, it's only 1 gigajoule per second, to be honest. It's not a whole big difference. And how much do these we lose 2 gigajoules, so 3 gigajoule difference, but we get a lot more HP per second. So I think this might be a bit more efficient. And the heavy stasis grappler, it would be nice to ditch it, but it is going to be very important because it really will help us apply better. It will provide lots of bonuses. And to be honest, we could go with a grappler. We can go with the domination because they're so much better. They're very expensive though, unfortunately, but I think while we're already splashing so much cash, we might as well go with a bit more application right there. I think this will be very fun to use, especially in a duo, because you could split aggro, and when you've got so much like buffer, you're just gonna like take a little bit of damage, then go down to HP, then the other guys can get switched to the aggro, then the other guy starts attacking, and there'll be quite a little fun little combo right there. Let's see now. But Thermal, Inferno Rage, 1k damage, okay. We'll put something like, what drone shall we use? Because we can use the explosive drones, the Berserkers, but Gecko is also good, but we'll use a Berserkers because I think that Triglavians, they have the lowest explosive, even in the invasion variants, like the Triglavian hunting variants. So 1.5k DPS, 3.8k HP per second with a 381k buffer. I think that would be quite an effective ship right there. And as we saw before, we could get a lot more like HP per second if we're going to go with like a full, massive, full regen with a 7k EHP per second. I want to just see one thing we can do right here. If we can, what's the max amount of regen we can get without relying at all on capacitor? Like no capacitor at all. And actually, just check one thing real quick. Actually, even with this one, we can use a shield recharger because these can sometimes be a bit good. 3.8, 3.83. Okay, so this gives a bit more HP per second with this shield recharger right here. Oh, about this one? No, it's not better to use this. So this actually is a bit more powerful using the shield recharger right here. Less buffer though. It's very little difference, but we get a big buffer increase. So I think it'll be better to go with the large shield extender. Okay, but let's see now. Let's try to go with a max shield regen without using any capacitor at all. Like something that is using not even these active hardeners right here. What's the most amount of shield regen we can get? We've got the implants in right here. Let's see now. 3.7 HP per second. EM shield amp. These are going to provide some decent bonuses to HP. Yeah, okay, that looks good right there. Thermal shield amp. Pithum A-type thermal shield. 3.26, okay. Shield recharger. Can we put one of these? 4.26 was the previous number. 4.4, okay. 4.44, okay, it's a little bit more. I don't think it'll be better to use one now. No, now it's better to go with the Republic fleet. Or if we put a kinetic shield amp. 4.3, okay, so it's better to do like this to get the absolute most amount of regen, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we could use just another Republic fleet right here. 4.4 is the same, and we get a big increase to our buffer, but 4.4, something like that, that's the amount of regen you can get, and completely not relying on capacitor. Like, nothing here uses capacitor. That's quite insane, actually. This is as much tank per second as like my Golem does with full active, everything, dual, heavy Nosferatus, high-grade crystals, everything. And it's, you know, it's still relying on capacitor. Here, no capacitor is being used at all. But this is obviously going to be a lot better right here because we've got some C3-X's, which is going to give us a lot more DPS. Grappler as well is going to be very effective. I think I might even try this in Triglavian hunting. I think it will be fun. These Pithum A-type multispectrums over here feel quite risky to carry out into the open world, but I think it'll be fun. So I'll get these. I'll get probably this fit here already on Tranquility. And then when I got the time, we're going to go and hunt some Triglavians in it. Exploring some fits with the new Battleship Shield Extender updates. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.